I debated whether to even post this, because the last time I talked about this kind of stuff, people called me dramatic. They said I was fear-mongering. And then 3 months later, egg prices doubled overnight and everyone was scrambling. So here I am again. I work closely with someone who manages procurement for a major wholesale grocery chain. She has been doing this for 11 years. She does not panic easily. And last month she called me, not texted, called, and said, "You need to start telling people to stock up now. What's coming in 2026 is not something most families are ready for." I took that seriously. I pulled the data, I checked the reports, and she was right. So today, I'm giving you 11 specific grocery items you need to be stockpiling before prices on these things completely explode. Not 10, not 12, not 11. Because these are the exact ones showing the most pressure right now. And before I get into it, hit subscribe. I'm tracking this every single week, and the follow-up video on where to buy these at the lowest bulk prices is coming soon. Subscribers get it first. It takes 2 seconds. Do it now and let's go. Number 1. White rice. India restricted rice exports and never fully lifted those restrictions. U.S. domestic production is being squeezed by the California water crisis. My contact told me warehouse rice inventory is sitting 22% below this time last year. A 25-pound bag is about $18 to $20 right now. She's projecting that hits $32 or more by late 2026. I bought 4 bags, sealed them in food-grade buckets with oxygen absorbers, and I sleep better because of it. Stored properly, white rice lasts up to 30 years. This is your foundation. Start here. Number 2. Canned beans. Brazil and Argentina, 2 of the biggest bean producers on the planet, are both dealing with serious agricultural disruptions right now. Steel prices for the cans are up. A store manager I know personally told me his supplier lead. Times on beans have gone from 2 weeks to nearly 7. Cans are sitting at about 89 cents right now. Analysts are putting that closer to $2 within 18 months. I bought 60 cans across black, pinto, and kidney for about $58. Shelf life is 3 to 5 years. Combined with rice, you have a complete protein. Simple, cheap, essential. Number 3. Iodized salt. I know how this sounds. But my contact called salt the most underestimated item on every shortage list. Processing facilities here depend on overseas chemical inputs that are currently strained. Salt is 89 cents right now. I bought 20 pounds for under $12. Here's what makes this one unique. Salt has an indefinite shelf life when kept dry. It does not expire, ever. And beyond cooking, it preserves meat, preserves vegetables. It gives you options nobody else around you will have. Number 4. Cooking oil. She texted me twice about this one. Twice. Sunflower oil supply never recovered from the Ukraine war disruptions. And now soybean oil, the backbone of American vegetable oil, is being diverted toward biodiesel production because of tightening fuel mandates. You are literally competing with fuel producers for cooking oil. A 48-ounce bottle is $5 or $6 today. Olive oil is projected up 60% within 2 years. I stocked 8 bottles of vegetable oil and 4 tins of coconut oil. Kept away from heat, vegetable oil lasts 1 to 2 years. Coconut oil goes 2 years or more sealed. You cannot cook without fat. This is non-negotiable. Number 5. Dry pasta. Canadian durum wheat, what pasta is made from, has been hammered by drought for 2 consecutive seasons. European supply is still feeling the pressure from Black Sea grain disruptions. My contact told me wholesale suppliers are quietly consolidating pasta varieties, which means when shelf gaps open, they take longer to fill. A 5-pound bag is about $5 right now. I bought 30 pounds for just over $20 and sealed it in pantry containers. The label says 2 years. Stored properly, it lasts 5 or more. Calories, cost, shelf life, pasta checks every box. Number 6. Honey. This one is going to blindside people. Bee colony collapse has gotten worse, not better. The varroa mite alone has devastated commercial hives across North America and Europe. Stricter import regulations on fraudulent honey have tightened supply further. My contact flagged honey as a category where wholesale pricing has climbed consistently for 2 straight years with no reversal in sight. A 32-ounce bottle of raw honey is around $14 today. Forecasts put that near $30 within 2 years. I bought 4 5-pound containers for about $80. Raw honey has an essentially infinite shelf life. They found edible honey in Egyptian tombs. It crystallizes. Just warm it gently. It never actually goes bad. Number 7. Rolled oats. Here is something most people don't know. The oat milk and protein supplement industries have exploded over the last 5 years, and they are now competing directly with your grocery store for the same oat crop. Farmers haven't planted more. Demand has just multiplied. Canadian prairie droughts are shrinking supply from the top at the same time. A 10-pound bag at a warehouse store is under $10 right now. Analysts are projecting 30 to 50% increases by late 2026. I bought 6 bags for $55 and sealed them in airtight containers. Properly stored, rolled oats last up to 30 years. Breakfast, soups, energy. Oats pull real weight in a stockpile. Number 8. Canned fish. Tuna catch quotas across Pacific nations are tightening. Fishing fleet fuel costs are surging. Steel for cans is up. All of that lands on the price of a single can of tuna. Right now, it's about $1.25. That is not going to hold. I bought 48 cans across tuna, salmon, and sardines and spent $95. Complete protein. Omega-3s. Real nutrition in something that fits in a cupboard. Shelf life is 3 to 5 years. If protein gets expensive, and it will, you will be very glad these are sitting on your shelf. Number 9. Coffee. I know someone is going to say coffee isn't a survival item. I'd push back on that. Coffee is morale, and morale matters more than people realize when things get hard. Beyond that, climate is structurally destroying coffee-growing regions. Brazil had frost and drought in the same growing season. Coffee rust fungus is spreading into altitudes it couldn't reach before because temperatures have shifted. This is not a short-term trend. A large canister of instant coffee is about $9 today. I bought 10 canisters and froze 4 pounds of whole beans. Total was around $110. Instant coffee sealed and stored dry lasts 20 years or more. Whole beans in the freezer last 3 to 5. Stock it while it's still affordable. Number 10. Bouillon cubes or powder. This is the item that turns a survival meal into an actual meal. Beans and rice with bouillon taste like food. Without anything, they taste like you're just getting through the day. The manufacturing process is energy-intensive, and ingredient costs are climbing quietly. A large container of bouillon powder is about $8 right now, and I spent $25 on 4 containers across chicken, beef, and vegetable. Shelf life is 4 to 5 years properly stored. Minimal space. Maximum impact on whether your family actually wants to eat what you've prepared. Number 11. Canned and freeze-dried vegetables. California produces a staggering percentage of America's fresh vegetables, and the water situation there is not improving. Several regional grocery chains have already quietly reduced their fresh produce contracts because they can't absorb the pricing uncertainty. A can of corn or green beans is about $1 right now. Freeze-dried spinach is around $9 but lasts 25 years sealed. I bought 48 cans of assorted vegetables and 6 containers of freeze-dried produce for about $75 total. This is where your nutrition comes from when fresh produce becomes either unavailable or unaffordable. Don't skip this one. Now let me be straight with you before you close this video. I am not telling you to panic. I'm not telling you to upend your life. I'm telling you what every generation before ours understood instinctively, that a stocked pantry is just smart. If prices go up, you bought ahead of the increase. If somehow everything stabilizes, the worst case is you have a well-stocked pantry full of food your family was going to eat anyway. There is no losing scenario here. The only real gamble is doing nothing and hoping it all works out. Here's what I want you to actually do today. Pick 3 items from this list, whichever 3 fit your budget and your family, and go buy more of them this week, not next month. This week, while prices are still where they are, comment below and tell me which 3 you're starting with. And if you want the full printable stockpile checklist with exact quantities and storage instructions for everything I covered today, just comment the word list, and I'll get it to you. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this with someone who needs a head start. See you in the next one.